Hi, in this video, I will show you how to use AWS Step function plus AWS Lambda for lengthy processing request. As you see in this picture, this is a pictorial overview of my demo. Here, I will show you a good example, a good demo where you can leverage the step function and AWS Lambda for processing very lengthy request. Okay, so when I say lengthy request in the sense a request which needs to be processed for more than 15 minutes, more than 1 hour, or might be days or in weeks together. Yeah. So if you have such kind of thing needs to be processed with using any kind of serverless mechanisms or serverless services like Lambda or step function, something like that. So in such cases, I would just directly direct you just go for the AWS step function and use the AWS Lambda to perform your such a lengthy computing operations. Okay, so with that notes, let's directly jump to this demo. So before I walk you through the complete step end to end of this video, a kind request, please do subscribe my channel. That would really encourage me a lot. Okay, so with that note, let's directly jump to this demo. So first of all, let me walk you through the kind of a pictorial overview. Okay, so scenario is, let's say you have you need to do some automation, or you need to do process some certain request which will be processed for more than, for example, 15 minutes, which is a default runtime of the AWS Lambda. Yeah. And for example, you are processing the particular request with using AWS Lambda, and the request generally taking more than 15 minutes. In such cases, Lambda does not has the capacity to wait more than 15 minutes. And making your Lambda to wait more than 15 minutes is a very cost, which it will be a very costly or a very expensive affair. Yeah. So in such cases, you need to switch AWS step function plus AWS Lambda together in a very intelligent way, in a such a way that during the wait time, okay, you are not making your Lambda sleep, but you are leveraging the sleep time of this AWS step function, because the sleep time of AWS step function is less expensive, or very negligibly level of expensive than AWS Lambdas. Okay, so in such cases, this is the video which can help you to process very lengthy operations. Yeah. So here what I do is I will be helping you in this video, like how you need to design your step function. When I say design, in the sense how you need to write your step function operations algorithms in a such a way that you are processing the your lengthy request with using AWS Lambda, but here you are not making your Lambda to sleep for such a long time. Okay, so this is just a model that I'm presenting you. Probably this can be leveraged for the production real-time expenses as well. Yeah, real-time requests as well. So here we will have a step function. In that step function, we will be designing the step function with the start operation, and it contains 4 components. Okay, it contains 4 processes. One is starting the process, which is nothing but it is a kind of task which is backed by the AWS Lambda, and that is where the business logic is going to be performed. Yeah, and we are using only one Lambda to perform this very lengthy process. That is the second thing I need to highlight here. Yeah, and after that we have kind of a choice process which will identify the output of this processing start processing box, and it will do a kind of a choice. Okay, it will do a kind of a when I say kind of a choice, in the sense it will do whether either the the process is completed, or process is yet to be, again has to go for a wait and again has to process it. Yeah, so in such cases we will be using long wait task. Yeah, which is nothing but generally a wait for, here I'm using only 10 seconds, I will show you later. And finally, let's say if the operation is successfully completed, yeah, then it will come to the end of the update, and it will exit through the end operations. Yeah. So as you see this, so this figure looks like a kind of a 9, right? So if I can show my cursor here, so it is a 9 operation. Okay, so you are what you are doing is you are rotating your operation something like this, keep on doing this circle. Okay, this circle will keep on processing until you set a limit, or until the particular condition is getting executed. It is just like a while loop in the coding. Yeah, one there is a situation is done. Okay, when there is a situation where the condition is true, then in that case it will come out of the end update and it will end it. Okay, so here when during the wait time we are not making our Lambda to sleep. Okay, but we are making the step function task called wait will be used here. Yeah, all right. So that is the main mechanism for this, and probably this is this kind of design will be really helpful for your infrastructure automations, for your application automations, or it can be leveraged for any kind of a business level as well. Yeah, All right, so what I do is, since I explained you, like, I have one AWS step function, I have an AWS Lambda. So what I do is, I will first walk you through the code, then I will set at the infrastructure level, then I will show you a demo. So there are 3 steps I'm going to show you. First one, let's go for the code one, okay? So when I say code one, so let's see, how did I define, when I say how did I define, so how did I define these, step function processes, yeah? So I have written that code in the form of a JSON format, because when you are defining a step function in AWS account with using any kind of infrastructure as a code, or with using any kind of Boto3 API, generally this input, the JSON input will be requested when you are provisioning the step function, or even if you are using the AWS management console. So in such cases also you can use this JSON file and create your Lambda, okay, create your step function, yeah. So here, if I can quickly walk you through this one, so it contains comment, okay. The comment helps you to understand for what purpose this step function is been designed, yeah, okay? Yeah. So here comment is step function to execute lengthy synchronous request, okay. That is what I'm trying to show you here. When I say synchronous, in the sense, let's say the request has to be processed one after the other. So that kind of operations we call it as a synchronous, okay. Once the one request is processed, then it will pick up the next one and it will process it, okay. And let's say the current processing request itself is taking more than 1 hour, which is generally crossing the limit of the Lambda runtime, yeah. So in such cases, this kind of step function, step function definition will come you very handy, yeah. Okay, so here the start is nothing but we are defining at this is the state, okay. So if you see here, the state comprises multiple tasks within it, okay, multiple types of tasks within it, okay. So first task is, within the state we have first task is called as a start processing, and from where this step function gets started, yeah. So this start processing task is type task, okay. So this is kind of a task in the sense, when you say task in the sense, generally that type of task is nothing but it will invoke a AWS Lambda for your business logic processing, yeah. Okay, all right. So first one will be my Lambda. I will explain this Lambda, and here I have put down my Lambda's ARN, okay, yeah, and I am creating my Lambda in a US East region. Even step function will be created in a US East region, yeah. All right. The next one is the next state is verify the process. So once the Lambda is running, the Lambda will automatically return something, yeah. It will not going to wait for you. It will just check something, or it will do something, and it will automatically return the output, okay. That is how the Lambda logic has to be written, okay. So here not only step function does the job here, but your logic has to suit to the this AWS step function definition, yeah. All right. So I will explain you how did I do that in the next explanation of our next code walkthrough. So here the next task is verify the process. Here the type is choice. So in the choice, what I'm doing is, when I'm making a choice, I'm just checking the output of this Lambda. If the output of the Lambda contains some variable called is complete, if it is complete equal to false, then it will go for the long wait operations. If I can scroll down, so long wait operation here you go. So this is what very curious topic of our discussion here. So here long wait is nothing but it's a type of a task which will help, which will help you to achieve your business by you doing a sleep for certain time, okay. Here I'm choosing only 10 seconds because this is a demo, but in production you can leverage the sleep time as it is required, yeah. And the next step here is if after the wait, okay, after the wait of 10 seconds or after the wait of certain n number of seconds wait, it will again invoke from the starting, okay, from the starting of the state, okay. Then the flow will again continue, yeah. So that is the reason you see something like this. When the start is started, when start is been started, so this is the state machine, okay. You see whatever you see that is a green point is called as a state definition, and nothing but AWS step function state machines definitions, okay. It contains 4 components. First one is start processing, which is a Lambda run. When the Lambda completes run, so it will give the output to the a choice task called verify processor, and in that one choice, it will identify what kind of choice it has to do, whether it has to go for the long wait or whether it has to end the process by going to the end update process, yeah. So that is what it is happening here, yeah. All right. So when it is a complete equal to false, it goes for the wait. Similarly, when it is a complete equal to true, it goes for the end update, okay. So when you go for the down one, so there is a one more state called end of the update, okay. So here type equal to pass. When you define a type equal to pass, in the sense in AWS step functions language, it is nothing but you have completed your state machine run, yeah. So that is what it means, and it finally you see the value of end equal to true, yeah. All right. So this is how I have written the code, and the state machine looks something like this, okay, which is a in the shape of 9. Okay, so if I can show you my cursor correctly, so it is a 9. Okay, you see it is running here, running here, running here, and at the end it will come out of this one. Yeah, and that is what we are achieving a lengthy operations jobs. Yeah. All right, so we have so if I can minimize here, so one we have start processing, then we have verify processing, then we have a long wait, then we have a end update. So right, so what are there are the 4 components here in the states. Okay, and those components will be shown as a green boxes. You see there are 4 green boxes here, or green rectangle boxes are there. So that is what been shown in the state block of this definition. Yeah. All right, so that is my definition of my step function. Now let me go to the code. Okay, so let me go to the business logic. That is a code within the Lambda. So this is my AWS Lambda. I have written only one simple logic. Okay, so when I say simple logic, in the sense this Lambda does nothing. What it actually does is it will just use the date, time, and date library of libraries of the Python, and it will check the date. Okay, it will just check the date for certain, like a 4 times. If the today's day is a Saturday, for example, yeah, so then it will just check what is the date today, and it will try to run this Lambda for 4 times. Yeah, so here you see, it will try to run this cycle. So this is, if you see my cursor, so it will try to run this at 4 times of wait of 10 seconds each. Finally it will come out of the loop, okay, by going to the end stage. So let's see, okay, how did I write this code? Okay, so first of all, I'm just importing the code like from date. Okay, and the calendar is also been used because I need to get the date of the today's date. Okay, for example, yeah. And in this one I have written 2 functions. So one is the something like definition called processing, which is nothing but you can consider it as your business logic. Yeah, and by default there is a one function called that's a Lambda handle, which is a default function for every Lambda functions. Okay, and it has to be there, then only you can Lambda will run. So in this Lambda handler, okay, what I'm doing is I'm just checking if this event, okay, because when you are invoking a Lambda a step function, you have to feed one event. Yeah, so that is what I'm leveraging the event to achieve the achieve this particular operation. Yeah. All right, so when inside the event, what I'm checking is I'm checking if there is a key called iteration count. Okay, so here maximum iteration count is been set to 3 because I want to process this Lambda for for 4 seconds. Okay, for example, for 4 times. Okay, and after the 4th time I need to end this. It's okay, but I cannot just use the sleep button here within the code. I can do that, but but that is a very expensive affair. Yeah, and it will cost you $1. So that's the reason what we do is we are using a step function here. All right, so I'm checking if the iteration count key is present in this event or not. Okay, if it is present, then it will go inside this one and it will increment the iteration count key. Okay, so what I'm doing is for the first time, when the event is been invoked from the step function, the event does not has the iteration count key within the event. So event is nothing but a kind of a dictionary. Okay, so event is nothing but a dictionary which has been fed to this Lambda, and in that dictionary we are adding one more key called iteration count equal to 1 for the first time. Yeah, so it is when for the first time it does not has the iteration count. That's the reason we are adding a key called iteration count. And finally, okay, finally we are so we want to write it something like return. Yeah, because return is very important, because without return it will try to fail. Yeah, so return. All right, so this is return and this is return. So what I am doing is I'm just calling. So what I am doing is for the first time it will go here, it will add a key called iteration count equal to 1, and it will try to run this function which is written above. So once you go inside the function, so inside the function what I'm doing is I'm doing nothing. Okay, so if I go to the this function, yeah, so it has an argument event, which is a modified event. Yeah, and when the event is here, what I'm doing is I'm just getting the my date, today's date, and getting the day name. Okay, and after that what I'm doing is I'm just checking if the iteration count is smaller than or equal to 3, which is nothing but equal to, so nothing but it will try to process for 4 times. Yeah, 0 1 2 3. Okay, including 3, so it includes 4 time processing. Yeah, so for the first time when the count is less than 3 or less than equal to 3, so it will go inside the iteration not completed yet, and it will print the counts. Yeah, and finally it will check if the day equal to Saturday. Yes, today is a Saturday. Yeah, Then what it does is it will add one more key to the event called is complete equal to false, and that is what been captured here. Okay, so if I go to the verify, so in the verify, we are checking the choices. Okay, in the type choice, right? So there are two choices here, and which is been leveraging the output of the lambda, that is complete. Okay, so this is what the output will be checked. The output of the lambda is nothing but captured here, is complete equal to false. Okay, and it happens till the count equal to maximum iteration count equal to or smaller than equal to 3. That is for 4 times. For the 5th time, what it does is it will go to, it will just tell like it is not a Saturday, and it will update the return type, or it will update the event key called is update equal to true. Okay, that is what we want to end the process. You see, when boolean equal to true, it is ending. When the boolean equal to false, is complete equal to false, nothing but if the process is not yet completed, it will go for the wait, and the cycle starts again. Yeah, all right. So that is what trick is been done here. Yeah, and for example, let's say if the count, okay, if the count is greater than maximum iteration, then automatically it will go here. Okay, for example, and it will try to return a true. Okay, it will try to update the is complete equal to true, and finally it returns a event. Okay, all right. So this is what the basic logic is been written here. So for here, what I am doing actually, so I am just trying to iterate the request, nothing but a payload being put into the our step function, then the lambda. Okay, so whatever the payload is been put, which is a dictionary, right? So whatever the payload, first of all put to our step function, which will be sent to our lambda, and lambda will use that payload or a dictionary. Okay, and does the operations in a cyclic manner, and at the end of the condition check, it will it will come out of the end operations. Okay, so that is what the logic is been written. Anyways, this code will be shared in my GitHub repo, and the GitHub repo link will be shared in my video's description. Please find this code from there and try to add or make the changes which is fitting your businesses. Okay, for example, you have something else to be added, probably you can use this code as a skeleton and try to try to leverage the same code for for your business logics as well. Yeah, all right. So what I do is, first let's create a lambda with this name. Okay, so I will go to my AWS account. So this is my AWS account, this is my step function page. Okay, so now the time to show you a demo. So till now I was doing a code walkthrough, so let's do a demo. So for this case, what I do is I go ahead and create a lambda here. So I will go to the lambda. So currently I'm in a North Virginia region, and let me give my lambda name. Because why I'm giving this lambda name, because in the step function I have given this ERN. Okay, so that should be, and that's the reason my lambda name should be something like this. Okay, so in your case, if you are changing the lambda name, probably you can change there as well. Yeah, all right. So let's go to the Python 8. So I'm using the Python 8 version, and architecture, let it be cross 86_64, and in the execution code I'm using my administrative role. Okay, so you see the ETL lambda role, so that is a administrative role within my account. Since this is a demo, I am using the administrative role, but in your case, probably you need to fine tune your role, create a custom role and use the same here. Yeah, and that's all. I will just go ahead and create a lambda. Once the lambda is created, what I do is I will update the code of my lambda with this code. Yeah, I'm just copy pasting. Probably in your infrastructure, maybe you might be doing infrastructure as a code. Yeah, okay, so let's go to the lambda. All right, the lambda is created, and I will just copy paste the lambda. Yeah, and I will deploy. Okay, so by default, when you create a lambda, so the default configurations will be configured on your lambda. So in such cases, you need to go to the general configurations, click on edit, and change the settings. Okay, by default memory is 128 GB in 128 MB, which is fine for this case. Ephemeral storage equal to 515 MB, which is fine, but timeout is 3 seconds, which is not fine. So I will just make the timeout equal to 15 seconds, which is a maximum. Yeah, 15 minutes, which is a maximum for lambda, and the role, let it be ETL lambda access role, and that's all. So I did what I did here. So what I did is I updated the code, and I changed some configurations in the configurations file. Okay, now we are good. So our lambda is up and running fine. So now let's go to the next component of our demo, that is a step function. How do you create a step function? So I'm in the North Virginia region. I went to the search button and just type like step function. Yeah, all right. So when you step function, so this is what it comes, and click on this one, you will be redirected to this page. It's called state machine, and here click a red button called create state machine. Okay, and by default what we do is we just use the defaults, whatever the defaults. Okay, let me write this, and here you go. Right, So here what I'm doing is I need to import, okay, so this code, so whatever the code I have been written in here, I have written here in for the step function, so I will import that code, okay. So I have kept that separate file, I have kept that in a separate file, so let me import that file for this case. So the definition which I am importing here, which is a JSON format, and it contains the exact code which I have explained just a while ago. So let's import it, and once you import it, you should see the figure something like this, okay, which is equivalent to what I have shown in here, yeah. All right, so now we are good, yeah. So it shows, you know, starting the Lambda. You see the Lambda signal symbol is coming because it is a task of Lambda, and it is a verify. So verify process is nothing but it is a kind of a choice. It is if it is the update complete equal to false, it will go to the long wait. If the update equal to true, then it is going to the end of the update. Okay, you see the is update equal to false, so it is going for wait. If update equal to true, so it is going for the end of the process. Yeah. All right, and that is what you see the 9. Okay, so it is coming in the letter of 9. All right, so this is how my stuff state machine is getting generated here. I go to the next one, and this is what it looks, which is generally the same figure which I shown in the pictorial overview. Let me go to the next one. So let it create a a role by default. All right, and let's create a state machine. All right, so it takes very minimum time for such cases because you see the state machine is created. Okay, so creating a state machine is very quick process, but deleting is very slow process. Okay, for your information. So what I need to show you is now what we did is we are set with this infrastructure. Yeah, now let's do and test it. So to test it, what I do is I have to go to the start execution, click on this one, and I just say here. Okay, so for example, test name. Okay, so let me reframe the key test name. So test name I will give as a CloudQuick POCs. Yeah, so CloudQuick. So earlier my YouTube channel was called CloudQuick POCs. Now I have renamed it as a cloudquicklabs. Yeah, so because in this my YouTube channel videos, I will be doing multiple very innovative kind of labs with respect to the all cloud services. Not only AWS, I have planned for the for the GCP, for the Azure, for the another cloud as well. Yeah. For example, so here let's say for this demo, I'm just invoking my step function with this input, and let's click on the start execution. Okay, now I will show you the magic here. So as you see here, so first of all, it started to process, and you see the input is being something like this, which I given. On output, you see the iteration count is equal to 10 seconds, and is complete equal to false. And you see currently it is waiting for 10 seconds. Yeah. And you see that is what the magic is happening here. So I'm appending the key called iteration count, and that is iterating for 4 times with the wait of 10 seconds. So you see currently it is waiting for 10 seconds. Yeah. And if you go for this one, so you see the iteration count equal to 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, so this is currently 3, and when it comes for the 4, it will come out of the loop. All right, here you go. It has already come out of the loop. Okay, and if you go to the step 3 and the output equal to 4, right? So when it is output equal to 4, it is just saying that is complete equal to true, and it is coming out of the loop. Okay. Okay, so for your case, what is the magic I did? Okay, so the magic is nothing but your Lambda got executed. If I can take it to the Lambda, so this Lambda got executed for 4 times with the wait of 10 seconds. Okay, if I go to the CloudWatch logs by clicking on here, so you see when you click on this rectangle box, you will have the resource links and CloudWatch link of that resource, that is Lambda. And here I will show you that it has iterated through all the 4 times. Yeah, let's go to the latest log, CloudWatch logs. Okay, so if I go to the CloudWatch logs, and you see the iteration count, you see the iteration count equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of the 4th, it is come out of the loop. Okay, and that is what clearly tell you. So it is nothing but this logs clearly tells you that this Lambda, yeah, so this Lambda has processed the request for 4 times with a wait of 10 seconds. Yeah, you see the iteration. So currently iteration is currently not at count, not at completed yet, and it is a count, that this is count 4. So iteration is completed now, and the count is equal to 4. Then it is came out of the loop. Yeah, and that's all for now. Okay, so I have successfully shown you how you can process a very lengthy request, okay, with using AWS Step function and AWS Lambda. Yeah, all right. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching my videos. A kind request, please do subscribe my channel. That would really encourage me a lot. So with that note, thank you. Thanks a lot.